Hey guys, I'm back with the fitness video for all you folks. So first of all, thank you so much. We just had our subscriber meeting yesterday and great turnout. People from Mumbai, people from Meerut, people from Delhi, obviously because it was in Delhi, people from Lucknow, all coming in, to grace the occasion and to meet up with all of you. So I think it was a wonderful event. I really want to thank you. We had a great chit chat session. I shared my story with them, and I think what I'll be doing now is I'll be doing this every month in different cities so that I could meet each one of you. So I'll let you know on the updates on how that one pans out. So in that subscriber meet, very interesting questions came out. So I thought I should address those questions for all you folks. And one of the questions which I also get on my email and on my discussion forum is, how much does it cost to prepare for a competition, for a bodybuilding competition or a fitness modeling competition? There are not too many fitness competition, by the way, in India, but whatever there are, I'm going to be talking about them in a couple of my next videos, so that I'll also share tips with you how you can actually participate in those events. So coming back, what is the cost to prepare for these events? Let's say, and I'm presuming here, guys, that you've been working out for about 2-3 minimum years, and you have that experience in strength training. You're pretty much aware of all the supplements available, all the cycles available. So this video will be an eye opener. I had done a similar video in the past, but I thought it'll be a good refresher for you, for people who are new to my channel. They will get a good ready reckoner again for it. So let's start. So if you want to be a fitness model, I'm not saying most of the fitness models in India or bodybuilders in India are juiced up, but I would like to say yes, they are juiced up. 99.99% are juiced up, not because they love it, it's just because they have to, because the competitor that they're competing with is juiced up, so they have to do it. So now let's break it down in terms of the cost. So let's say you're preparing for an event and you have 12 weeks available. Now within those 12 weeks, which is equivalent to 3 months, so that's how in India people give them like a bodybuilder or fitness model, it's called 12 weeks out. You must have heard of these terms online on YouTube with different fitness models, international fitness models, talking about transforming their bodies. Hey, 12 weeks out, 16 weeks out. In India typically it's 3 months, because the cost is so high they can't afford more than 3 months. So they start training. Now what do they start with? First and foremost, they get onto the whole peptide cycle. When I say peptides, I'm talking about the growth hormones of the world and stuff like that. So now that's the cost, and this is very expensive, and it comes in different categories. And guys, the reason I'm sharing this with you, you should be aware of these things. If somebody tries to sell you something, you should know what's the cost of it. Two, you should know the side effects of it. I've done a different video on growth hormones, probably you want to check that out as well. So the cost of GH, like 100 IU international units, because it's usually between 4 to 8 IUs that it usually costs. And the cost per kit, which is 100 IU, ranges between 15 grand to about 40 grand, depending on how much you take. And these guys actually take 10 IUs a day. You can imagine, which means if you were to take the cheapest of brand, could be any brand for that matter, and Baxi anything, you're looking at about 20,000 for 10 days. In a month time, you're looking at about 60 into 3, which is 180, close to 2 lakhs just on your peptides for 3 months, just GH, if you're running 10 IUs a day, because usually most of these guys, they're so high end, they usually take that much of it. That's 2 lakhs. Plus they also have their cycles. Now, what are the classic cycles, for these bodybuilders? Now, depending on their body types, but typically, what I've seen of these guys, it's like a compound blended version of both androgenic and the hardening agents. But it's typically in India, it's pretty much Stana that they get onto, everyday 50 mg Stana. They get onto the Anavas of the world, which is again an oral. Testosterone, it could go up till about 1 mg, 1 gram a week, which is more than 1,000 grams a week, depending on your body type. Plus there are other, it can get into trend, which is like 100 mg probably every other day. Plus, depending on how you're looking like, at the end of the contest or 1 week or 2 weeks before, they'll keep adding more stuff. And remember, these dosages, they keep going up as you come closer to the event. They don't taper it off. They taper it up so that they get more harder and harder for that particular event. And especially if you've seen Indian bodybuilders, they get so lean, it's almost to an extent of anorexia that it's so hard to recognize them, because they're really extreme. They get into extreme side of being lean just to get those abs out, which I believe is stupidity. They lose their mass, and rest is what we see is, just to make it to those weight categories of fitness, trying to look really lean for that photo shoot, just to get those abs pop out. So these cycles, typically these 12-week cycle of a juice, will somewhere cost you between 50,000 a month, depending on whichever brand. So you're looking at about, again, 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs for your peptides, 1.5 lakhs for this. Now this is equivalent to about 3.5 to 4 lakhs just on your peptides and cycles. Now come supplements. Now the basic protein powder would cost you about, starting from 4 grand to about 7 grand, and especially when it comes to contest, these guys only take isolate, and isolate is a very, very, very expensive protein, because it's more filtered, it's lesser processed, and plus it has higher gram of protein, gram per gram. So that will cost you somewhere between 7 grand, and they do not take just one scoop. They take about 4 to 5 scoops, which means one box would not last you for more than 10 days. 7,000 of a good isolate probably would last you for, so you're looking at about 3 boxes, 7,000 each, which is, let's say, 20,000. 20,000 a month into 3, which is 3 months, 12 weeks, is equivalent to 60,000. So 3.5 plus 60, I'll go with 4 lakhs, just protein, plus you're going to add your BCAAs, plus you're going to add more other, glutamine, other supplements. So you're looking at, again, somewhere between 4.5. Now comes your real diet. Now your diet would be, you'll be eating 1 kg of pure boiled chicken, you'll be eating 1 kg of raw fish, again grilled, vegetables, broccoli, and in India typically a cost of sole fish, which doesn't have any which is pure, costs somewhere between 700 to 800 rupee per kg. So your daily diet will be somewhere between 1,000 rupees a day, which means 30,000 a month into 3, which is again a lakh. So in a nutshell, you're looking at somewhere between 4 to 6 lakhs to prepare for an event. And again, you're not sure. I'm not even counting the gym membership here. I'm not counting anything else here. Just pure supplementation, peptides, cycles, and your regular food. That's the actual, approximate cost to prepare for an event. That's why I always say bodybuilding is a tough sport. And remember, all these things may have side effects. All these things, you just don't know how they pan out, and they don't guarantee results. If you're feeling that just by taking all these things you will get results, no. For all you know, you don't get anything, and you have to, probably again shove some extra dosage, and there's more money. That's why I always tell you guys, you gotta stay away from these things and try to stay as natural as you can, because the more you get dependent on these things, not only you'll be burning more money, but also you would not know what's going on inside your body, because just because if it's looking good doesn't mean it's good inside as well. So guys, remember, bodybuilding is an expensive sport which does not guarantee results. It's relying solely on these supplements, juice, and peptides of the world. What really can guarantee results for all of you is good diet. I don't mind spending 30,000 rupees a month on clean diet. You should do that. You should spend decent amount of money in training too. When it comes to training, I mean spending in a good gym which has all the machines and weights that you're looking for. That's a good investment. But relying on all these things, especially when you're an amateur, when you don't have a specific goal of a bodybuilder or of a fitness model, I think it's stupidity. So guys, all my young guys out there, all my aspiring fitness models, out there, remember, I'm not discouraging you. I'm only introducing you to reality. And this is the hard fact of reality, guys. But yes, if you have the hard work, if you have the ability to work hard, if you have the ability to eat clean all 12 months, after a couple of years, you can get to that level. May not be as sharper as you would have when you are on juice, but you can definitely get a good body just by eating clean and training heavy, guys. But remember, there's a price to pay. The price is somewhere between 4 to 6 lakhs for one competition. And remember what international guys would be paying. They would be probably looking at somewhere, what I know of it is somewhere between $50,000 to about $100,000 per competition. It's that much. So guys, think about these things, because especially we'd say that, money has no role to play in fitness, but guess what, everything has come down to money, especially in preparing for competitions. You do need money for these things. That's why all these athletes, international athletes, they get hold of a sponsor who can fund them with their monthly expenditure, because mostly it's not their personal expenditure that takes a toll on them. It's the expenditure of these juices and peptides and supplements. That's why all these athletes, they get in touch with supplements so that they get they at least manage 1/3 of their expenses. It becomes easier for them to manage themselves. So I hope this message helps you with your dream to become a fitness model. This message helps you to understand that there's got to be some amount of money that gets into it. But remember, in India again, there is not too much of money in return. If you were to spend 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, obviously there's no guarantee you're going to win it. There is no guarantee that you're going to get a body. But remember, it's passion. If you are passionate about it, if you really feel that you have what it takes, think about the pros and cons and then go for it. And the cost of winning a competition in India is somewhere between 20,000 to about 50,000 rupees, depending on whichever competition you're participating in. And all those competitions that happen in India, fitness model or bodybuilding competition, I will introduce you to those two. I will tell you these are the competitions that you can participate in. So I hope this information comes in handy to you. So any one of you have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to me on tarungillfitness.com/discussion, and I'll be happy to help you with your goal. You can also write to me on my Instagram, Facebook or YouTube, and I'll just help you with whatever fitness modeling goal that you may have. Until we meet again, peace.